Ever since I was a child, I had the ability to not experience things the way that people intended me to experience it. I don't know where I got this ability, but my feeling was that I didn't really have control, especially when I was younger, over a lot of situations that I was thrown into. But I did have a total choice about how I was going to respond. And I find people who use a lot of energy to actually try to control outside events are wasting that energy, where all of your energy should be devoted just how you're going to creatively respond and positively respond to what other people experience as negative circumstances. When I was in the Army in Korea between 1965 and 1967, I got in trouble because I missed an assignment. I was supposed to be doing night duty in the barracks, and I just forgot about it. And the sergeant, who did not like me, the sergeant who in charge of the barracks, immediately put me on penalty detail, and he came up with a penalty, with a punishment, which I think that he thought was really going to be a miserable day for me. And what it was is that in our base in Korea, we had an ammunition dump. So my job for the day, along with 6 Korean soldiers who worked on the base, and I don't know if they were on punishment detail or this is just how they misused them, but we were to clean up the hill and cut the grass on the hill, which I don't think had ever been cleaned up, and I don't think it had ever been cut. And the instrument they gave us to do the grass cutting was a table knife. Okay, and we had to spend from early in the morning, probably around 8 o'clock in the morning, until the day was finished, just cutting and cleaning up this hill, which just was not possible. And I said, I don't think I'm going to experience this the way they want me to experience it. And I went down, and right where the grass came down to the bottom of the hill and it met the wall, I noticed that I could pull it out from the wall, and it was like a mat. It rolled up like a carpet. So I went and I got one of the Koreans who spoke a little bit of English, and I said, we can finish this whole thing in maybe about an hour or 2 hours. And so I got all 7 of us, the 6 Koreans and me, and we went to the back of the property and we pulled it up, and it was hard at first, but we created a roll, and in about an hour and a half we rolled it, the whole grass hill. We literally rolled the whole hill up, and underneath it was just the grass that remained, which was very short and it was very clean, and there was no mess there. And it took pretty well about an hour to get the whole roll up to the top of the hill, and it was exhausting. But it was interesting because we were pulling a fast one here. And I get a lot of energy out of bypassing other people's intentions for me. So I rolled it up, got it up to the top, and I was very encouraging. I had a whole team working together. It was unique ability teamwork. And an MP would come around every hour or 2 hours, and when he came around, he said, you guys aren't working. Why aren't you working? We said, well, it's all finished. And we showed him this huge, humongous pile of grass and refuse that we had piled up. And we said, we got the whole job done. And he said, well, the job's done. You guys are free for the day. And so what was intended to really torture us and frustrate us for 8 or 9 hours, we got done in about a total of 2.5, 3 hours, and we all went to lunch together. And it was very interesting because the Koreans were so excited. What I noticed is really creative teamwork is a very, very exciting experience for everybody. It doesn't matter who they are, where they are on the planet. When you have teamwork and you pull off something really exciting and really original, it's very morale building. This is very important for me because in my entrepreneurial career, I've had a lot of setbacks as most entrepreneurs do, especially in the early days. And I always remember the ammo dump. It's one of the great teaching lessons. No matter what people try to do to you, no matter what negative circumstances they intend for you, you can always defeat them by being creative and having teamwork.